Let's find out what's really in the once human privacy policy and terms of service. Are we all gonna just be meat popsicles, or maybe it's nothing special?
Oh no! They're getting access to my Twitch OAuth information in limited capacity so that I can get drops campaign inside of a video game. Oh no! I read Twitter and it made it scary.
The bleeding saga about Once Human is all about his terms of service, in it. Players are well pissed because the TOS is a bit too snoopy, asking for too much personal gubbins and all. It's kicked off a proper Barney with folks calling for changes before they'd have a butchers at the game.
I've noticed something really interesting. There's kind of a trend right now where there's a lot of people on social media that are reading through privacy policies and also through TOS for games, freaking out about stuff that they don't understand the legal jargon for, and then...
Yeah, this is pretty accurate, honestly. There was that huge scare of, oh, Facebook is selling all of your data and whatnot. They have been doing that forever.
Just panicking all over the internet, and then everyone parrots it. So instead of doing that, I would like to actually read it, and then I would like to go through the actual legal part of that, and then send it to Kronos, who is a lawyer, and get his take on it, and then we can talk about it.
But if you form your own opinion after looking into something, how can that work? This is preposterous.
Which I think is generally a better way of handling these things than just panicking from social media takes. People are calling one.
Listen, I only panicked from CNN telling me that Trump fell in the rally. You know what's up.
Once human spyware, dude. I'm gonna tell you right now. We're going to look through whatever the privacy policy is. I don't give a what takes on Twitter are. I've never have. I'm gonna look to see what the privacy policy has in it. We're gonna read through it and we're gonna see what it is. Easy, simple. We already looked through the end user license agreement. There wasn't anything in there that was egregious or scary, and people were claiming, it's section 4.4, but section 4.4 in the end user license agreement doesn't exist. There's nothing in there. It's a normal end user license agreement that we see for every single game that comes out of NetEase, which is standard. So, yeah. People read takes on Twitter? No, they copy paste them to be outraged. Yeah. Privacy policy. NetEase Interactive Entertainment wants to be familiar with how we collect, use, and disclose personal information. Personal information is information that identifies you as an individual, relates to identifiable individual. Privacy policy describes how NetEase collects, uses, discloses, and otherwise processes personal information. Basic. So what was the section that people were upset about on this? What was the reason? Oh, settings, account, privacy policy in game. Let's go see. Settings, account, privacy policy. Hey, okay, so it does link to the exact same page. What was the section that you guys were upset about, that people were upset about that? On personal
They have a settings menu where you can just go into their privacy policy? That's a little bit much.
Information we collect. Personal information we collect. Name and contact details, such as first and last name, title, prefix, email address. Account information, your email address, billing information, such as reviews about our services or other generated content. Gameplay information, preferences, marketing data, such as your choices regarding our newsletters. Communication history. What about this is an issue? Do you know why they do this? They're not collecting your government-issued ID unless you give them your government-issued ID. Do you know why they do that? Because of China. In China, you have to give them your government-issued ID because it's a live service video game. Did you know that World of Warcraft actually limits the amount of experience that you get after a certain number of hours in China because you can only play games for a certain number of hours in China? This doesn't apply to you. You haven't given them a government-issued ID. If you're afraid of this, you're a dumbass. So where's the rest of the problem? Personal information we collect through the use of our service or other sources. Social media information, just as name, nickname, username, as it appears on your social media account profile pictures, social media account. When you bind your social media accounts, yes, if you bind your social media accounts. They have to put this in there because they're collecting that information because you're binding your stuff to their game. If you bind your stuff to their game. Your location information.
How many games actually have that you bind your stuff to the game? That seems a little bit also much.
Your IP address, yes. They have to do that in case you do something in-game that is illegal because it's a live service game with live service chat and voice. That's normal. Device information. This is normal. All of this is normal. This is why I hate Twitter. This is the reason. This is normal that you do for a live service video game. None of this is new. Stop believing Twitter. Stop believing weird-ass reviews from armchair lawyers. This is normal. All of this is normal. I've been in the games industry for 20 years. Every live service game has these bylines. The only thing that...
Yeah, that's true. Seriously, is this all of it? And people... Wow, this is way over-exaggerated. This is one of those rare situations, I guess, where people completely blow something out of proportion. If this is it. Interesting. Okay.
that you could be afraid of is the government issued ID, which isn't relevant for you because you're not in a country where you have to issue a government or you have to show a government issued ID to play online video games, which some countries do, which is why that.
I mean, to be fair, they can do some nasty stuff with all of this. For example, if you have a government issued ID, which you probably have, because, you know, even if you're not in China, maybe it's attached to something and they instantaneously get it. Who knows? There can be something bad about this because, okay, listen. If you in general think that China doesn't want all the information about you that has ever existed, yeah, no, they do. They definitely do. They even want it more honestly than Zuckerberg Buckenberg.
That's in there. So you have no reason to give a shit about that. I've never seen you go this easy on a game. It's not about going easy on a game. There's nothing wrong here. You have to understand something. I'm not going to go hard on something if there's nothing wrong. There has to be something wrong. What's wrong here? This is normal. Like, what do you want from me? I like how some of you guys are like, plus 2,000 credit score. No, dude, there's nothing wrong in this. This is not difficult. This is, go look at World of Warcrafts. It's the same. When you have things like this for your name and nickname and username for social media accounts, that's because you bound your social media account to the video game, which you do on this if you want to. Otherwise, they're not going to have that information. What do you think? They're going to go look up every single one of you and find you what your Twitter is and then complain about it? No, you have to bind your social media accounts to the game. And then they have the right to...
How many games actually have the bind your social media account to a game? I have never done it in a single game. This is, I think, the first time. No, wait, that is the thing where there's stream integration in some games. Last Epoch has a full stream integration thing. Lost Ark, I think, even had that. So, yeah, but other social media accounts. I wonder if there exists something like that. Interesting.
To that social media information as per this contract right here. It's to every game that you have where you bind your account to the video game. This is why I hate this shit. Because every time you have a social media freakout where it's like, oh, I'm going to downvote the game because it's stealing my data for China. And you go and actually look at the policy, you're like, oh.
I mean, they 100% are. TikTok is technically also not stealing anything from China because they say no backdoors exist. We are fully a United States run company and all of that garbage. Oh, but everyone knows it's for China. Everyone knows that.
Oh, wow, it's nothing. You're just being idiots again. Thanks, internet. Like, this is nothing. This is the same for every live service video game ever. And it's like all of Twitter has suddenly just discovered that privacy policies exist. Jesus Christ. There's nothing
I actually didn't see this trending on Twitter.
wrong in this. There's nothing wrong in that at all. There's not even anything for me to send to Kronos, who is a lawyer, because that is all basic, normal boilerplate for anything in a live service game. There's nothing fancy here. Yeah, there's nothing. I can't even give Kronos paperwork, and that deeply upsets me. What's the catch? It's free to play and it looks so cool? The catch is that it's a free to play game and it wants you to buy stuff later so they can make money. That's the catch. The catch is it's a video game that you get to play and maybe spend.
Some people did say that the end game monetization is a bit aggressive, but there was no pay to win, though. At least as much as I understand from watching the previous video.
Money in. Ooh.
Is this gonna really be just a giant nothing? Because, again, there's one thing. A single individual human is wrong a lot of the times. But when a bunch of people come together and the subject is not, you know, something like, I don't know, nuclear physics or whatever, typically people are kind of more or less correct. So is this what people were talking about? Is the privacy policy, but the privacy policy is different from the terms of service. Are we going to see the terms of service?
Oh, and it's cosmetics only. Ah! Do you want to see how freaking stupid people are? Let's go find out. Let's go find out the depths of dumbitude. Read their terms of service. We require personal information, password info, government ID address. Jesus Christ, dude. I swear to God.
Wait, yeah, we saw this. So, require. Are people just messing up the word require and with the with what's written here? Because that's kind of seems what it actually is at this point. Huh, interesting. Wow.
from an ID address. Jesus Christ, dude. I swear to God, the general internet is so stupid, and they're talking to
Okay, well, to be fair, this is plausible because you have YouTubers who do in-depth court case analysis, and then they hear the term dismissed with prejudice, and they're like, "Oh my God, they didn't want to just dismiss this; they wanted to do it with prejudice." Yeah, so well, technically not surprising. Technically, still a little bit surprised because again, people en masse usually don't have up something as basic as this. Or has the bar been lowered so far that people, you know, misunderstand what is an option and what is a requirement? That could be possible. That could be sadly possible.
to each other, and as such, they're becoming dumber together. My favorite part about this is, let's go read this right here, right? Read their terms of service. We require personal information, password info. Personal information we receive from you. And see, this is the important thing here. What does it say? We receive from you. Such as first and last name, title, prefix, email address, telephone number, instant messaging account, postal address, date of birth, age, gender, country, government-issued ID, such as password information, as required by applicable laws for age verification and correction of personal information. We receive, we don't require, as...
No. If we want to talk semantics, we receive is effectively almost the same as we require. I said this at the start. There is a chance, well, again, I don't think people in the negative reviews or whatever were actually talking about it, but the word receive could be interpreted many ways. One is, well, you can hand it over to us willingly. The second is, well, if it's actually connected in any way to any of the things that we actually have access to, well, we receive them no matter what. That is also a possibility.
per applicable laws in your local jurisdiction. Wow.
That no company literally gives a shit about. The local jurisdiction thing is complete gunk. Okay, that much I can tell you for a fact. Because there is no such thing as a game that is looking to sell, for example, in America, and then they're like checking, okay, California, we're gonna go through every single rule and regulation they have, and then we're gonna do the same thing for Texas. There's just a couple of basic stuff that they just do on default here. They're just saying that they are trying to do it by the law and whatever of anywhere or whatever, but they can easily overcome this if they want.
Amazing how we can take this and turn it into a sensationalist dog like this. We require. No, we receive based on your local laws. If it's
But yeah, that is saying required instantaneously is pretty stupid. True.
required by your local government. Learn to read. Stop parroting social media. Holy God, it pisses me.
I'm not even sure this is parroting social media, though. I am not sold on that part that this is parroting social media.
Yeah. They just want to feel smart. They want you to click on and they want to be part of something that's greater than themselves. They want to feel like they're a part of something and they're sticking it to the big bad Chinese company that's made the video game. That's what they feel like they're doing. And it doesn't make any goddamn sense, and it has no basis in reality. If you're
Nah, all of this has basis of reality. Okay, I can easily agree with this, but human psychology, shut the fuck up, my dude, okay? These people are doing this literally for just effectively likes, because they want to feel right. They want to feel that they're doing something that matters. They want to feel that they are better than someone else. In this case, the company. It's not far off from what he's saying right there, but it is not the same thing.
you to click on and they want to be part of something that's greater than themselves. They want to feel like they're a part of something and they're sticking it to the big bad Chinese company that's made the video game. That's what they feel like they're doing. And it doesn't make any goddamn sense, and it has no
Haven't seen this trending on Twitter, so I don't really believe the be part of something.
basis in reality. If you're gonna get mad about something real. Otherwise, you're wasting everyone's time, including your own. We're writing a post. No, I don't give a
Nah, to be fair, I mean, if you if you do this and someone just instantaneously reads this and instantaneously is, oh my god, he's so right, you didn't waste their time. Their time would have never been used on anything meaningful anyway. Okay? The reason why I'm not too skeptical or whatever about stuff like this, for example, is because I don't give a shit. I'm not playing this game. It can't hurt me even if it tried.
Are a part of something and they're sticking it to the big bad Chinese company that's made the video game. That's what they feel like they're doing. And it doesn't make any goddamn sense, and it has no basis in reality. If you're gonna get mad about something real. Otherwise, you're wasting everyone's time, including your own. We're writing a post. No, I don't give a shit. I'm mad enough to write a post. This is stupid enough that I'm writing something on the internet, and I can't wait for all the idiot takes. No matter what's going on, if I see something that's stupid, I'm going to engage with it and be like, stop being stupid. Here's why you're stupid. And I'm going to give you guys as much information as I can to prove that that thing is stupid. And I knew this one was stupid going in, having not even read the privacy policy. I knew it was stupid going in because GDPR exists and Europe will eat you alive and the game is playable in Europe. So we already knew that this was going to be dumb. Already knew. I have no respect.
Okay, he's completely wrong there. If this is by NetEase, they are Chinese owned. NetEase is obviously probably not the one who made the game, and the game most likely is developed by some people in some other country. And, well, there is a chance that NetEase actually doesn't go fuck. China doesn't care about American regulations. China doesn't care about European regulations. Same with Russia. That's why it's so hard to sue these companies that are in China and Russia and all these other magical places. Because they simply don't need to care about you. Okay? They can steal your data, they can steal your dog, hell, they can beat up your dog if they want. And when someone says, I'm gonna sue you for that, they're like, yawn!
Like for outrage bait, dude. None. Is the TOS required government ID?
Actually, let's check. Once human, owner company. Power company, no. Thank you, Google. Once human is a free-to-play multiplayer game surviving from Starry Studios. Starry Studios location. Who is Starry Studios? Who is the CEO of Starry Studios? Alex Mundell, blah blah, can't even pronounce that. What the hell is this? And it's some kind of basic looking white guy. Okay, good enough. Starry Studios owned, yep. Once humans read abilities develop with own rich in NetEase. Okay, but where is Starry Studios origin? London. Okay, so Starry Studios is in London. They can sue Starry Studios, and Starry Studios could get absolutely wasted by something like this. But not NetEase. NetEase doesn't care.
Derail? No. No. Go read my tweet. You know what? I'm posting. You know what? Here's what we're doing. We're going to pin this. I'm pinning this in the goddamn chat. This is staying pinned. Until chat learns to read. It's staying pinned. It's staying pinned. It's going to be pinned forever, I know. It needs to stay pinned, though, because this is too stupid. We're going to get a never-ending tide of people that come in here that don't read and are going to be freaking out. How's the game?
Well, if they don't read, I mean, this is a literal ball of text. I'm also not reading this, to be completely fair.
I don't know yet, because no one would shut up about the TOS, and I had to clear it up. Because the TOS is fine. There's nothing wrong in it.
The game seems fine. If only maybe there's a little bit of lack of monsters, but it's hard to say.
TOS. People are freaking out because it said the words government-issued ID, but they didn't read anything around that, which says, quote, we receive from you, based on, quote, applicable local laws. They just didn't read that. They just saw government ID. They just freaked out because they don't know what the hell they're doing, and then they downvoted the out of the game as a result of this. So,
oh, government applicable local laws. Huh. That could actually allow you to get all this information depending on where you are, I guess.
We're going to find out how the game is in a minute after we just handle this idiotic nightmare fire that is the internet, and then we'll move on. And it'll be fine, and we can play the video game again. Because, like...
Man, it's hard to believe that people fucked up this hard. Well, too bad. I actually wanted China to turn everyone into meat popsicles, honestly. That would have been way more fun. Anyway, that was definitely something. Again, typically people are not that wrong. Was this, what, mass psychosis or something like that? Anyway, Pirate Software, 10 out of 10. Bye!